Yay! They're strong, I can tell. Yo! Alright, let's go! Sokoda! Here goes! Ha! Take that!
Ooh, my monk video is on! This is the Monk, the fearsome hand-to-hand combat specialist of the Final Fantasy series. Making its debut in the very first Final Fantasy game as the Black Belt, the Monk has appeared in every main installment of the Final Fantasy series except for Final Fantasy XV. In Final Fantasy XIV, any aspiring monk begins their training here, in the Pugilist Guild, where they can hone their hand-to-hand combat skills and perfect the art of pugilism, or boxing as it is otherwise known as. And now, onto the mechanics. Let's first go over one of the monk's more interesting job mechanics, its fighting forms. The monk has a total of 3 fighting forms, with each form dictating what weapon skills can be used. These are the Opo-Opo, Raptor, and Quarrel forms. In the Opo-Opo form, a monk can attack with the following weapon skills. Boot Shine, a straightforward attack which hits for critical damage when attacking a target from behind. Dragon Kick, which reduces the target's blunt resistance when used under the Opo-Opo form. Finally, Arm of the Destroyer, a weak area of attack which also silences enemies it hits. These 3 weapon skills do not actually require the monk to be in the Opo-Opo form to be used. However, these formless weapon skills are the only ones available under the Opo-Opo form. The Raptor form is next. Under this form, the monk has access to the following weapon skills. True Strike, which deals more damage when performed at the target's flank. Twin Snakes, which increases the damage the monk deals by 10%. And One Ilm Punch, an attack that stuns the target. The final form is the Quarrel form. In the Quarrel form, the monk has access to the following 3 weapon skills. Snap Punch, which deals more damage when used at the flank. Demolish, a weak attack that applies a decent damage over time effect to the target. And finally, Rock Breaker, a cone-shaped AoE attack. As a monk performs a weapon skill, its form transitions depending on the current form or lack thereof. When either formless or in the Opo-Opo form, performing an Opo-Opo weapon skill will transition the monk to the Raptor form. Using a Raptor weapon skill will shift the monk to the Quarrel form. Finally, using a Quarrel weapon skill will cause the monk to switch to its Opo-Opo form. Alternatively, the monk can use the ability Form Shift to change from formless to Opo-Opo, Opo-Opo to Raptor, Raptor to Quarrel, and Quarrel to Opo-Opo. A monk can also use Perfect Balance, which allows any weapon skill to be executed without being in its required form for a short amount of time. This skill is also great when it comes to quickly building up the monk's most important stealth buff. Grease Lightning. When executing any one of the 3 Quarrel weapon skills, the monk generates a stack of the effect Grease Lightning. Each stack of this buff grants a 10% increase to the monk's outgoing damage while also increasing the monk's attack rate for 16 seconds up to a maximum of 3 stacks. If a monk finds itself unable to hit the target while also about to take unavoidable damage, Riddle of Earth can be activated. This ability grants 10% damage reduction while also refreshing Grease Lightning's timer if the monk is damaged while under Riddle of Earth's effect. Riddle of Earth also grants Fists of Earth, a stance ability that gives a 10% damage reduction to the monk so long as it stays in that stance. The monk can also use Riddle of Wind to refresh the Grease Lightning timer. To use this ability, the monk has to use Fists of Wind, a stance that increases movement speed. When in this stance, the Shoulder Tackle ability, a gap closer that stuns the target, changes, becoming Wind Tackle. Wind Tackle, when executed, becomes Riddle of Wind, which also is a gap closer stun, but as stated earlier, it refreshes Grease Lightning's duration. Since I've gone over 2 stances already, I'll go over the 3rd stance briefly. Fists of Fire is the monk's damage stance, increasing outgoing damage by 5%. Its related ability, Riddle of Fire, grants a 30% increase to outgoing damage at the cost of increasing weapon skill recast time by 15%. Now back to Grease Lightning. Tornado Kick is a powerful attack that can only be used when under the effects of 3 Grease Lightning stacks. The caveat is that upon execution, Tornado Kick consumes all Grease Lightning stacks. At last we come to the monk's third and final mechanic, Chakras. By using the ability Meditation, the monk opens up a chakra which are tracked to this chakra gauge. When 5 chakra are open, the meditation ability changes, becoming the Forbidden Chakra. The Forbidden Chakra is a potent attack ability that the monk can weave in between its weapon skills. Meditation itself shares the recast timer of the monk's weapon skills, however, so it is best used during times when a target cannot be hit. At level 62, the monk gains the trait Deep Meditation, which gives the monk a passive 50% chance to open up a chakra when a weapon skill deals critical damage. Finally, the monk can also use Brotherhood, learned at level 70, to help open up its chakras faster. Brotherhood grants the effect of the same name, Brotherhood, as well as Meditative Brotherhood to all party members, including the monk itself. Brotherhood grants a 5% damage increase to all outgoing physical damage. Meditative Brotherhood, on the other hand, grants the monk a 30% chance to open a chakra whenever it or any other party member performs a weapon skill. Lastly, I would like to show you the level 70 opener I personally use. As always, I will first perform a demonstration of how it looks like while following up with a detailed explanation of what I did afterwards.
Stop grumbling! Let's go!
Alright, let's do this. Okay, on to the explanation. Before the fight begins, I use Fists of Fire and enter my damage stance. I use Meditation 5 times to open up all my chakras. I next use Form Shift 3 times to get into Coral form. To start the fight, I use Fire Tackle to quickly close the gap. I next use Demolish to place a damage over time effect on my target. I weave in the Perfect Balance ability. I follow up with Snap Punch for Grease Lightning, weaving in Forbidden Chakra to use up my open chakras. I hit with another Snap Punch for my third Grease Lightning stack, weaving in Brotherhood to increase my chances of opening up chakras. I next use Dragon Kick, weaving in Internal Release for an increased critical chance. I double weave in Riddle of Fire to both deal more damage and to slow down my attack rate. I follow up with Twin Snakes to lower the target's blunt resistance. Next, I use True Strike to take advantage of its higher potency. I weave in Elixir Field for extra damage, also double weaving in Howling Fist for even more damage. Next, I use Boot Shine to start up my regular combo. I weave in Steel Peak for some extra damage. I then use True Strike to continue my combo. Finally, I use Demolish to set up some damage over time again. If I ever get 5 chakras open during this opener, I try to weave in Forbidden Chakra wherever I can. Well, that about does it for the opener. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my content, please do consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Click the bell icon as well if you would like to be notified of any new content I upload. Finally, wow, I just noticed it's been a year since I started this channel. I really want to thank all of you who have given me both support and good critical feedback. Thank you all for helping me make this channel what it is today and helping it grow to what it is now. Honestly, I feel really blessed that you would spend time to watch my content. Thank you again, and as always, take care and stay safe. See you next time.